I'm Samantha.
I'm Savannah.
We are together, Savantha. I've been to GenCon this will be my third year. I've been there twice, 2015, 2016.
I have never been before.
Oh my gosh, she's a virgin, guys. So I'm really excited to introduce Savannah to the wonderful world of gaming and the most amazing gaming expo, GenCon. And it's going to be really exciting because it's the 50th year.
And my first year.
Woo! So, when I first went to GenCon, I was super overwhelmed with everything going on. It was our first experience at a giant convention like that. It was actually our backup plan for Comic-Con San Diego when we couldn't get tickets for that. We kind of heard about GenCon, we liked board games, we thought, hey, fun road trip.
I'm very overwhelmed because I've never been to a convention that big either, so I'm kind of in the same boat that you were a few years ago.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. So when I first found out about GenCon, I wanted to research it and see what other people's experiences were their first time. There's not a lot out there online. There's a couple of really good videos, there's a couple of good blogs, but being a newbie myself and having a newbie coming with us, I thought it'd be fun to see what Savannah's questions were for me and make a quick video and just kind of share it, and hopefully it helps someone else. So let's start with, what are your questions, Savannah?
Where do I begin? So it's overwhelming to me because I play Dungeons and Dragons majority of the time, but I don't know much about board games. I'm highly interested in learning about them, but it's overwhelming to me, and I just want to know that, will I be accepted? Is it okay to learn about them while going to such a big convention for them? Or is it more of, if you already know about them, this is for you?
100%, it's totally fine to go to GenCon your first time not being a huge board game geek. It's a way to become a board game geek and get a deep dive experience for it. So the entire exhibit hall is full of vendors that are exhibiting their new games that are coming out. And even their older games, their really popular titles, they'll have tables set up where you can play the games and do 10-15 minute demonstrations of them. So you can spend the entire time in the exhibit hall just learning how to play board games and getting to meet a lot of really cool people. A lot of times the creators are there and they're so excited to see people playing their games.
That's so cool.
So it's a great way to find a passion for board games if you don't have one right now, or just kind of renew a sense of excitement about board games.
Or if you're on the cusp like me, you're gonna go to GenCon and come home with 7 million board games.
Pretty much. And the same goes for Dungeons & Dragons. I'm not a big Dungeons & Dragons person, so I still feel comfortable hopping into a game of role-playing with any type of campaign that's happening, and I know that people are going to accept me no matter what my experience level. So the whole convention is just nerdy, happy, friendly people, and all we want to do is just share games. What's more fun and welcoming than that?
That's so awesome. I'm so excited.
It's going to be really fun.
Another question I had, Samantha.
Yes, Savannah.
How should I pack for Indianapolis, itself?
Yep, it can be overwhelming because I know packing for any type of vacation for me is overwhelming because I want to bring 18 outfits for every type of scenario.
I need options for the days.
I need 2 types of heels. I need 14 types of flats, I need jeans, I need slacks, I need skirts, I need everything. You don't need any of that. For GenCon, you need really comfortable shoes. Imagine just walking 14 hours a day because you're walking the exhibit hall, you're walking from one hotel to another hotel to the convention center, and just miles and miles of walking a day from parking, etc. So comfortable shoes are a must for the
I'm gonna bring
con.
all my pairs of Nikes.
Okay.
All 2 of them.
Do that. I'll be wearing flats. The convention center and the hotel rooms can get cold or hot, so make sure you have some layers, like a nice cardigan or a little sweater that you can put on over, and you can also just throw into a bag really easily. Comfortable jeans, comfortable dress, comfortable top, whatever you feel good in, because it's a lot of walking, it's a lot of moving around from place to place, and you want to make sure that you're not worried about your outfit unless you're cosplaying, which is a totally different thing. We're not even trying to experiment with this
Maybe
year.
Maybe next year when I've actually been to one.
Maybe next year you'll see me as Leslie Knope and Savannah as, what would you be? Oh, I put her on the spot next time.
I don't know. Good question. Let me ponder on it for the next year.
Okay. So
basically what I'm getting out of this, though, is I need to bring every pair of leggings that I own.
Leggings would be great, ladies.
So comfortable.
Yeah. Also, from home, so before you get on the plane or in the car, you'll want to bring bags. And I actually have some here. This is the bag I'll use. It's a decent sized tote bag. It has a zipper. I like that so I can close it off when it gets full and stuff won't fall out of it. Mm-hmm. I also bring a little quick drawstring backpack that I actually got at GenCon last year. I used the heck out of this because my regular bag is full of all my necessities plus all the extra crap I buy while I'm at GenCon. So you'll need extra room to expand upon that carrying. In my bag and what I bring from home are going to be external chargers. So I'm on Facebook, I'm on Snapchat all day. I gotta tell everyone back at home what I'm doing.
You're missing out.
Yeah, FOMO. So I have to have my external chargers so we can keep up to date on the phone. I bring like a DS or an Etch-a-Sketch or like little quick games because you're gonna be in a lot of lines, a lot of queues. So make sure that you have something, or a cell phone.
Headphones if you're going to listen to podcasts like me.
Yeah, my favorite murder, shout out. So bring something fun and quick to play to keep yourself entertained in lines or at lunch. Also, I'm gonna bring a crap ton of protein bars because they're my quick meal replacement.
I'm bringing sugar, pure sugar.
Yeah, you'll want to have something to give you a quick pick me up. There are going to be vendors around, but if you're stuck in a 6-hour role-playing game in a hotel room far removed from anything else, you'll want to have something to munch on like that. Also, go ahead.
On the topic of eating, where do I eat?
Oh yes,
actual meals. Should I be bringing groceries with me or?
Absolutely not. You don't have to bring groceries with you. I would bring the snacks and maybe a couple bottles of water. Okay. But in the convention center itself, they really frown upon you bringing in food. So don't bring in food. But you can.
It's like the movies.
So yeah, just like the movie theaters, kids. So you can bring.
That's what all those layers are for.
So in the convention center, they have your typical convention center snack bar type places. They have, I think, pizza stands, like a burger option, maybe a sandwich option, salad option. It's going to be okay food at meh prices. Outside of the convention center and all along the street right in front of the convention center doors is all the food trucks that Indianapolis has to offer.
Oh, I love
lined
food trucks.
up for you.
Oh, I love that.
So literally every type of cuisine you can imagine. So we've had
Please tell me there's street tacos.
Oh, I don't know that there are street tacos. I feel like there's probably a Mexican option. There's we're talking about Indianapolis here. It's in the middle of the country. It's not Texas. So they had Mediterranean, I know. They had some barbecue. They had pizza. Their big food sponsor thing is a pizza place in Indianapolis. And everything there is super good. Prices are food truck prices. You're paying a little bit of a premium for it to be delivered to you, but
it's so good.
It's a really good. So
it's
make
really
sure to
good food.
Bring some food on hand for that, or bring some cash on hand for food. The other thing about eating from the food trucks is that the lines are insane.
Oh, man.
So eat at odd hours. Don't go at noon and expect to make your game at 1 o'clock because you're going to be in line for 45 minutes.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
For sure. So make sure you go to lunch at 10 o'clock if you have a 1 o'clock game.
And get in line before you're really hungry.
Get in line before you're really hungry. Yeah, exactly. Additionally, you're in downtown Indianapolis. Mm-hmm. The whole city is taken over by GenCon, and it's amazing how the city embraces GenCon and all the people that come to visit. It's a big tourism thing for them. It's a big money maker for them. So the restaurants, the retail businesses, they are all super prepped for GenCon, and you'll see restaurants having dragon fire, mozzarella sticks or something.
Oh my gosh, the key to my heart.
Exactly. So all the restaurants downtown are there to embrace GenCon. They usually have specials or mugs that you can get, souvenir mugs for your purchase. So food is plentifully available, but do bring something to munch on when you're inside rooms and you can't get away from your game. Oh, that brings me back to what else to pack. I wasn't done yet.
Oh, sorry.
But we do have prefab characters. So if you're a D&D-er like Savannah, you'll want to have characters that you're bringing from home, or bring a couple of different characters for different roleplay opportunities, like a healer and a fighter, whatever you want to play. Bard, shout out bards.
Shout out paladins. What?
Shout out bards. Charisma. Okay. Anyway, bring some paper, pencil, anything you would normally bring. Of course, some dice. I wouldn't recommend bringing anything this big, but you might want to bring 1 or 2 minis. Maybe one set of dice, 2 sets at the max. Remember, you're going to be carrying this bag full of all this essential stuff that you bring. Plus anything you buy the day of the con.
So I should leave my metal dice at home.
Leave your metal dice at home. We did make that mistake the first year, bought metal dice because we didn't bring any dice with us. And we had to carry those around for the whole con. So
they're pretty heavy.
They are really heavy. So I would definitely bring those items, and you are good to go on the food. There's plenty of food available downtown.
I'm going to hash out like 5 characters before we go to GenCon.
I'd recommend that if you're a role player.
Excited.
If you're a role player, bring those characters.
I can't wait for that.
I know when you do go to the games, a lot of times they'll have characters available for you.
Yeah.
So you can just walk up, there's folders full of like bards, paladins, what have you, and you just grab a sheet and you can go ahead and play that character. But I know if you're like Savannah, you want to have your own character with like a backstory and like a whole like history.
I want to know how tall they are. I want to know what they weigh. What their hair color is.
What color boots are they wearing?
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Yeah, what color their flute is. Okay.
Another question I had was, where do I sleep? Like, how do I find a place to stay?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we're putting this video up kind of late, but how early do you think that we should?
If you don't have a place yet, you should already have a place.
That's all we have to say.
That's all I have to say. Luckily, Savannah and I have a hotel. We booked. It's probably 15 minutes away from the convention or toward the airport.
Yeah.
But don't wait till the last minute to book, because the first year we went, we did do that, and we ended up staying 20-30 minutes away at the Savantha Suites. Shout out Savantha Suites. And as amazing as it was sleeping inside of a UFO with water leaking from the ceiling, wouldn't recommend that route.
I would love to sleep in a UFO.
It's actually really, really cool. Like, legit, shout out to
Is it a real
Suites.
UFO?
If you want to sponsor our videos, shout out or reach out to us. It's not a real UFO, no. But we recommend for next year, GenCon does do hotel blocking. So I believe in like January or February, right after you can sign up for the tickets or the badges, you can get, speaking of, bring your badge with you.
Most important
I almost
portion.
forgot. Just kidding, guys. Don't forget to bring your badge with you, because if you have a 4-day badge, they are sold out and you cannot get them at the convention. So if you don't bring this with you, someone's going to have to overnight it from your hometown. But where was I going with that?
Where to stay. The hotel blocks the convention.
GenCon blocks out hotel rooms for you, and you can get on the list with your ID or your convention ID. So you can go ahead and get rooms that way. They're not cheap in downtown Indianapolis. It's like starting at $300 a night, I believe.
Oof.
So we got something nice, but it's further away. So now you have to consider parking, getting to the convention center.
Or just Uber.
Like, yeah, we're probably going to Uber everywhere. So Uber and Lyft are available in downtown Indy. But it's a very walkable town, so you can have that option as well. But
I think I got our room for like a little over $100, maybe like $110 a night.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
So we have a pretty reasonable room.
And
Airbnb is another good option.
I think it's like 7 or 8 miles away.
Perfect. So they go really, really fast. So if you don't already have one, you're probably pretty screwed. But next year, book as early as possible, because it's very expensive and they book really, really fast. Or find a really hot person and just like hook up with them, and then you can stay in their room.
Huh. I know how I'm going to save money next year. Another question, what do I even need to do before I leave? Like, what else do I need to pack? Any other notes of wisdom?
So before you actually leave Dallas, we can peruse the GenCon website and see who the special guests are, see who is going to be giving panels, check out the events that are lined up, the games that are lined up. Everything is sortable by search terms, so you can go into the event section and sign up now for things that you'd like to do.
I can sign up for a game now.
Yeah, you can sign up now. Unfortunately, the one thing I really wanted to do, shout out to Pugmire, is already sold out. There's only one table for it this year. Super sad face. But
add more tables next year.
Add more tables for Pugmire. So what I typically do is check out the games when I get there, but for someone that's savvy, like a Savantha here, I definitely check out the website before you
That
get
makes
there.
me feel better because I'm a planner, so
Yeah,
I'm anxious that I'm not going to have anything to do, although I know you keep saying there's so much to do.
You're going to have too much to do.
I know, but I just want to have like stable, okay, I have this to do today. So that makes me feel good. But in the cases like Pugmire, is there any way that we can still play, or?
So there are some options. So last year for Pugmire, there were 2 tables open, and both of them were full, but my husband and I both got generic tickets.
Okay.
So if you don't get booked for a table that you really, really want, you can buy $2 generic tickets, and you can buy them in however many increments you want to get them in. But we had probably $10 each, and we took our generic tickets to the Pugmire tables. And what happens a lot is that people that signed up for the games drop out of the games. You know, they couldn't make it because they were late from another game. You're running from one hotel to another, you're late, you find something more interesting to do. So a lot of times they drop out, and or it's like a 6-person game, and they let a 7-person play. Because
That's
there's
really
interest.
nice.
Right. You know, they just want everyone to be able to play.
Yeah.
And a lot of it's promotion for the game and stuff, so why wouldn't they add a person if it's easy enough to do? So we both got seats at separate tables. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know you guys played Pugmire
Hopefully
already.
we could do this. We did. It was so good.
Oh, I want to play so bad.
So D&D with dogs, guys. Just
My
check it
2
out.
favorite things, D&D and dogs.
So yeah, you can definitely hope.
If only
to get
there was a
tickets.
cat version.
The cats are the villains in Pugmire.
Oh, I hate it already.
Anywho, so that's how you can play games that maybe are full. Also, there are just rooms full of demo games going on, or full board games being played, and you can just go and sit down at a table, and usually they'll just accept generic tickets for those, and you can just sign up on the spot.
Cool. That makes me feel good.
And there's never going to be a lack of stuff to do, trust me.
That makes me feel good. How do I find, because the site tells me where everything is, what to sign up for, but how do I know like exactly where to go?
It is a labyrinth of of insanity, but when you get to GenCon and you show your badge, you will get the GenCon program book, and it is the Holy Bible of GenCon. So you first open it, the entire first half is advertisements, announcements, special guests, what to do. You know, the big advertisers get their pages in here, and big events that are going on get pages in here. In the very, very front,
Wow.
yeah, there's like do's and don'ts, etc. At the very, very front, there's maps. So we have an exhibit hall map. You can see every vendor at GenCon,
Whoa.
and it's labeled out. I think they're in alphabetical order, and then they have a number associated with them, so you can go
Okay.
through and find their booth.
And it goes by vendor?
Yes,
Okay.
by vendor. So another good point before you go is if you're a big board game fan like me, the first year I went, I didn't know who made the board games that I liked. So for instance, Simon's Cat. You know, I want to find out where Simon's Cat is. I'd have to find the vendor, and it's Steve Jackson Games.
Oh, okay.
They actually have the most amazing booth. I'm really excited to see their booth every year. There's a lot of companies that have amazing booths. But if I wanted to find this game on the floor, or like expansions for games that I enjoy, I'd want to go straight to their booths. I'd have to know the vendor name. And Steve Jackson Games would be listed out in here, and I'd just go straight to their booth, wherever that may be. The cool thing about this is it doesn't just have an exhibit hall map. It has a map of the entire Indianapolis Convention Center.
Wow.
And because GenCon is so expansive, it even shows you downtown Indianapolis and several of the hotels around the convention center, because the entire downtown gets taken over by GenCon.
So many rooms.
It's insane. Like I said, with the games, you want to make sure if you have a 1 o'clock game, you look ahead, because it could be in the same building you're in, but most times it's going to be like 3 blocks away.
Really?
And you'll need extra time to get there and find it, because sometimes it's a little tricky. So maybe give yourself 15-20 minutes to get to a new game.
I almost want to like map out where I'm going. Like I'm in high school.
Yeah,
with my class schedule.
Yeah, you might even do that. Like I said, when we get to GenCon, we sit down on the floor with these books, and we, first of all, let me get to the second half of this. We go back to the days. They're booked off. They're marked off by all 4 days, and they're color coded, so you can see all of Thursday right here. This is all Thursday activities, and it's all in order of time. So you can plan your entire day with us.
Wow.
And what he and I do, my husband and I, we sit down and we mark off everything that sounds interesting to us. And then we compare them. And if I say, oh, that sounds interesting, and he says, that sounds interesting, we both highlight that one. And then we look at our schedule and see if we can fit it in.
Cool.
That's how we kind of navigate it. So it's not just in chronological order, it's also in activity order. So you can see a little code that says, oh, this is an anime event, board game event, this is a video game event, this is
role-playing games.
Role-playing games, miniature hobby event. You know, there's literally an event for everybody here.
Oh, I would like to go to a miniature.
Yeah, miniature painting, cupcake making,
they have
knitting.
They have video games too?
Yeah, there's some video game areas. It's not as big at Gen Con as other things, but there are definitely video games represented.
Historical miniatures.
It's so specific. Okay.
Live action role-playing.
Yes, LARPing.
Really bad. Can we LARP?
We, sure. I'd like to LARP.
I would love to LARP.
We're beginners at LARPing, so if you see us out there acting a fool, you know that's Savantha. But anyway, we sit down, we highlight things, and we look through the entire schedule for the entire weekend and plan it out. It's overwhelming, but it's so worth it to sit down and look through it and plan out your day. We will probably go back through this and look at it 3 or 4 times too, throughout a single day.
So you get this Thursday morning when you first walk in.
You get this Thursday morning when you first walk in.
I wish I could get sooner.
We all get one. All 3 of us will get one, and we just carry it around with us the whole time. And you'll also get a coupon book.
This is our Bible.
It's very important.
Don't lose this.
It might be more important than the Bible.
Problematic opinion.
So you also get a coupon book, which has amazing coupons for vendors and
food trucks.
No, you know, Indianapolis, get on some food truck coupons, because that would be
or just food coupons in general.
I don't think the food truck vendors are having a hard time getting business though, so I don't think they need to give out coupons.
I mean, you know, the most popular food truck that they would have, if they have it,
the one with the coupon.
Street tacos.
Oh. All right.
So, can we get street tacos after this? Please.
Shout out to Fuel City in Dallas.
I want some elote.
24 hours. Okay. So this is the most amazing thing. This is the most helpful thing you can get at Gen Con. Hold on to it. Utilize it over and over and over again. What else?
I think you've answered almost all of my questions. I guess I just want to, because I've been to a convention before.
Okay.
Just one. But I just kind of want to get a feel, like when you walk in, what am I going to see? How are people going to be? What is the feel in the room? All of that, you know?
One of my favorite moments of the con is Thursday morning, right before the doors open. I think it's either 10 o'clock or 9 o'clock that they open. And everyone's standing out there. They get there like 45 minutes, an hour early, and you're waiting for the doors to open to the exhibit hall. That is the most amazing time, because the energy is electric. They're all telling you, don't run, and the second the doors open, everyone's just like, whoosh, it's a mad like beeline to whatever booth they're looking for.
Is it like Black Friday?
It's like Black Friday, because Gen Con, like, check again with your favorite vendors, because they're putting out new stuff, and they will be debuting a lot of it at GenCon, selling it a lot of it at GenCon for the first time. So if there's something you're interested in, you can make a mad dash for it and hopefully be one of the first ones in the world to have that game. So that's why everyone's running to get in there. But that's probably the coolest thing. The exhibit hall is my favorite room because you could spend all 4 days in the exhibit hall and not get bored. Each vendor is going to have a little table set up where you can play a game, demo it for 10-15 minutes, move on to the next one, learn about it, and then maybe make a purchase later.
So I might not get bored in the exhibit hall, but I might get a board game. I winked at the camera, I want you to know.
Cool. So the exhibit hall is next door to a gaming hall. Okay. So when you're in the convention center, go in the exhibit hall. There's then a gaming hall. I don't know what they call it, but that's where they have just tables and tables and tables and tables lined up with board games going, Pokemon, My Little Pony, some Magic the Gathering, just all types of different games going on. And that's where you can use those generic tickets to get a seat and just kind of play a new game. And it doesn't have to be a demo, it can be a full game in there. And then as you walk around, there's photo ops with cool GenCon backgrounds. There are rooms throughout the hall with panels going on. There's a big auditorium where they do really big panels and really big guest star events.
That's so exciting. I can't wait.
It's really fun. Some vendors don't use the exhibit hall. They rent out kind of little rooms off to the opposite side of the exhibit hall, and they do like mad exciting displays in them and atmosphere. I remember Cards Against Humanity, Secret Hitler last year did a really cool like they had a really cool lighting, and it was just a really casual kind of grown-up feel.
I like that.
Yeah, and they also it cost a generic ticket to get in, but when you leave, they give you a $2 bill to pay you back for it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So that was really cool. A lot of vendors do
messing with the
stuff like
system.
A lot of vendors do really cool stuff like that to kind of entice their fans to, enjoy their product. And there's rooms like that all over the place. What else? Just every hotel has rooms filled with people playing games, food everywhere. But the vibe is electric the whole time. And cosplayers,
We'll cosplay next year, I swear.
It'll be really fun. There's a cosplay show, like a costume contest.
Oh, we should go.
We have to go to that.
Yeah, I'm gonna go.
We'll be there. Come see us at the cosplay contest.
We'll size up our competition.
It'll be amazing.
So basically, we're just looking at 4 days of just fun gaming stuff.
Fun, cool people that just want to play games.
What time does it end?
I think it ends at 4 o'clock on Sunday.
Wow.
Yeah. So from like 10 o'clock
but
Thursday.
Thursday night, does it go all night or?
It doesn't go all night. So the exhibit hall closes at like 6 each day.
Okay.
But there's games going on until 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning. I know there's like werewolf madness going on, giant games going on in the hallways all hours of the night.
D&D epics.
You could probably find some weird parties to go to, if you know what I mean.
I want to know what you mean.
D&D epics, things going on in people's hotel rooms. The city is just insane with Gen Con and games to play. You're
Cool.
never going to want to sleep, or you're never going to be bored.
I'm going to hibernate for a week before we go, so I have all this pent-up energy.
Oh, we should totally do that.
I'm going to drink a Monster every day. And a 5-hour energy.
Did I talk about the massages?
No. What about massages?
So the thing, like I said, my favorite thing to do is go to the exhibit hall. So I'm just like buying board games over and over, and miniatures and dice towers and like whatever I can find in the exhibit hall because it's full of cool stuff. But my shoulders get so tired
from carrying all the bags.
Yeah. That they have conveniently located right outside the exhibit hall, like 15 massage chairs, and you can buy like 15 minutes to an hour and just get shoulder massages, and it's absolute heaven. So bring money for that.
I'm not even going to do that because I'm tired. I'm just going to do that because why not? Okay.
That's how I feel about it.
I love massages.
I know. It's
I could always
thing.
use a relaxing time.
Yeah, so that's one of my favorite things to do at Gen Con when I'm stressed out and my shoulders hurt so bad from carrying around, but it's also worth it.
Wow. Well, I'm definitely less overwhelmed now. Thank you.
Good. Hopefully that helps answer some other people's questions, and maybe if you see us at Gen Con and you're new, you can come and let Savannah know she's not alone in the movie world and come play some games with us.
Yay, I can't wait. Thanks for watching.